our local clubs, and we really appreciate everything they've done. If you recall, we actually gave away a couple of ATVs that were CF motos, in big part due to the folks at CanMac Power Sports. So Rick and Mark couldn't make it tonight, but the ATVANS, and Tom went out to talk to them, I guess, a couple of weeks ago, and they were more than happy to support us and sponsor this this meet and greet. So, round of applause for CanMac.
Okay, so I'd like to thank everyone for coming. It's always a pleasure to see old faces and new faces as well. Always good to see new faces. And we will get on with the business of what we do. It's been a great year so far. I mean, 2022 was our best year, both membership-wise and for some of the things that we are accomplishing. And it's continued in 2023 so far. It's been a great year for us so far, and there are lots of good things and initiatives coming through that'll come through the rest of this year.
It's good to see you all again. Like Kevin said, this is nice to be back again in full swing. We've had a couple of full AGMs since our somewhat unscheduled break because of COVID. Really looking forward to the weekend. We've got, like I said, lots of great presentations for you. The other thing I want to take a second to recognize is that this year, like in the last couple of years, we've had some great sponsors come forward to help support some of the expenses related to the events and to fund some of the things like our coffee break coming up this afternoon, sponsored by Nova Scotia Power, who will be a presenter as well. Yesterday, you saw at our reception, it was sponsored by our good friends at CanMac, but we also have Patterson Sales, we have BMR Signs, we have Turo Motorsports, and The Shack, all sponsoring us this year.
Ocean Lake Riders, for example, right? They looked at the trail in their area and they applied for an LOA and they got like 79 or 80 some kilometers under one LOA. Okay, so that gives them the ability then to go in and do projects on those 79 or 80 kilometers of trail, right? In the meantime, while they're doing that, they made an LOA application for another piece of trail because that's part of their trail plan, right? In regards to expansion. So then when that LOA came in, they were able to apply for funding and move that trail project forward. So.
Between ATVANS and JDI, and it is a very legal document, and it's signed by our CEO James Irving and a Vice President of Woodlands Jason Lemongelli and some guy by the name of Kevin Lombard that I think most of you know. So they signed this agreement, and we're going to show you a video here that we're going to use to celebrate it. And thanks to a lot of folks in the room, we had a press release last night at 5 o'clock, and it's already got 82 shares, which they tell me is a big number. So thank you for the support there. Land use agreements are really important to companies like us because
we plan and host a lot of club runs every year. So one of our first moves in 2017 was to set up what we called a runs committee. And we asked a member by the name of Chris Bishop to head up that committee. And that was probably the wisest decision that we ever made, because Chris has done an outstanding job.
Thank you very much for the opportunity. We've been here through the day and had a chance to chat with some of you. Our main goal is to just talk a little bit about a proposed transmission line that we have coming up, that we're in the planning stages for, between Onslow, Truro, and ultimately Salisbury and the other side of Moncton. So from our point of view,
As president of the club, I feel Marilyn is one of the hardest working volunteers I have had the pleasure to know. Congratulations, Marilyn. Come on up. The old saying is, if you have a busy job, you get a busy person, right?
All right, do the lights.
Oh, did I do that?
You guys good? Thank you.